Okay, we're back. Yeah, I guess you got to do it by phone, man. I didn't know that. Come on, baby. Beats don't fail me now. All right. Let's see now. Here he is. There he is. Might as well bring a bunch of people in. How's that? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, there's Melissa. All right, we're all going to get it together here. This is how it always happens. This is the fourth time Soulogy One's connected with Universal brothers and sisters, and every time we've had challenges, but every time we make it work. Hey, Nori Love. Hey, Lindsay Verona. How you doing? Okay, there he is. All right, that was fast. Here he comes. Man. Okay, he's coming in. He's coming in. Right on. Right on. Right on. All right, let me go into my archives here. All right. Yes, sir. I go to my desktop. Go to, all right, his reception's slow. Oh, yeah, bring him on camera, which I already did. Yeah, yeah. So I'm inviting, it says inviting, so it must be coming up. All right. Yeah, I see him. He's got the thumbs up there. So I don't know. It says inviting. Maybe I'll give it about 15, 20 seconds and then I'll exit out and do it again. How's that? Oh, here it comes. Connected. Right on. Where there's a will, there's a way. Can we make that bigger?
There's a will, there's a way, as always.
That's right, man. All right, all right. Let me take just a little bit. Can I? Oh, I can't do it. Hey, if these shows resonate with you guys out there, please share. I know this is there you go, Nori. Can you share some for us, Melissa? Hey, Barbie, how you doing? We appreciate everybody coming in. This is it's an exciting day right now. We're coming off of, I don't know if we're coming off energies anymore. They just keep coming every day. We don't get a break anymore. Hey, John, how you doing? So this is Todd Medina, Soldier One Studios. We're partnering up with Universal Brothers and Sisters Circle of L. Zimmerman, Amon Ra, Corey Marshall. You have to help me with the other names. There's
Richard Porter, Angel Gonzalez,
I knew there was a
Les Garrett.
I knew there was a Latino in the bunch, man. Now I feel at home.
Oh, we got a couple of those.
Man, I just wanted to become like a, just like a, a token Mexican member if I could, a chulo.
Hold on. 1 second, please.
Yeah. So, tell me when you're ready.
All right, 1 second. I'm trying to get the camera right.
It's no problem. It's no problem.
Every time. Slam.
Yeah. And by the way, before I forget, I need to speak to Amon Ra after the show because I understand he's the medicine man.
He's the medicine. Him and Les Garrett are the medicine men.
Okay, man.
Stay away from the honey.
All right. Okay, Ronald Peters calling somebody Master Reflections. That's got to be Lavelle. That's got to be Lavelle. That's got to be one of his. That's got to be Master Reflections.
Well, let me get our speaker. 1 second, please.
All right, brother. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Michael Shaffron, Ronald Peter, Andrew Stevens, Barbie? I think you got a problem with your laptop. You might try your phone. Let's see, Janie, how you doing? Melissa, all right. So yeah, let me just preface this a little bit. We're connecting, with Universal Brothers Sisters Circle, and for those of you who don't know, they do a presentation every Thursday called Let's Build. Okay, and it's really good. All the archives are on YouTube. And I think on YouTube, you guys are Universal Brothers Circle, I think. Uh-oh. Did you freeze up? Okay. If he did, he'll come back out and come back in. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, we're going to keep moving with this thing. Now, I don't know if I've got a X amount. I'm going to give him just, oh, here he goes. Here he goes. He's good. He's good. Yeah, he's coming. I lost your sound, though. I lost your sound. I think he was doing something with the speaker. That's what it is. Okay. We'll figure it out. This is what we do here. We just make it up as we go. Lavelle says, what are we going to talk about today? And I said, we'll just do freestyle as we always do. I think he's getting his speakers. Okay, Universal Brothers and Sisters on YouTube. There's also a Universal Brothers, oh, Melissa, correct me if I'm wrong, Universal Brothers Circle page on Facebook. And there's a couple of other ones. And for those of you who are maybe are not familiar with we haven't done it the last 2 nights, but we do a late night radio show. It's 2 hours. I say late night from the East Coast. And it's a 2-hour show where we play music videos, do some commentary and about a third to half of it is Universal Brothers and Sisters Circle. So we try to, they've got a lot of good stuff, good message, good music. And so, you know, we're promoting that just like we're promoting a few others, but it's a big part of what I'm doing with Soulogy One, as we try to get to a point where we're broadcasting 24 hours a day on 2 different channels, one replay and one all lives. I can't hear anything over there, so I'm going to keep going with it. And I guess if he can't get the sound, he might have to go out and come back in. So one of the great things about what's happening today is that there's quite a few people involved with Universal Brothers and Sisters. If you watch any of the videos, you know, there's got to be 10, 12, 15 of them. I don't know. Every time I see one of the videos, I just want to go party with them. But, you know, in all seriousness, they bring all the elements of peace, love, happiness, humor, music, sound, imagery. They've got a fantastic video, you know, video god over there. And yeah, you know, it's just a great mix of frequencies to create an expanding vibration, which is the same philosophy we have at Soulogy One Studios. And so, you know, I would highly encourage you to check them out on YouTube. But the great thing about today is we're going to get to meet a few of the crew. I know they're going to get the sound fixed and everything's going to be cool. Hey, Lily, how you doing? Marcel, how you doing? These shows resonate. Chris Soul, how you doing, brother? These shows resonate with you. Please share. Oh, here we go. I hear some audio.
Yeah, we got audio talk. Give me 1 second.
All right, we're cool, man. Hey, Christy, how you doing? How's everybody doing? How these energies treating everybody? I know they had me flat on my back. I went to bed at 11, got up at 1 in the morning, went back to bed, got up at 3, stayed up till 6:30, went back to bed, got up at 8:30. I got lightning bolts coming up my feet. You know, all my joints feel like they're about to explode. And but everything feels good. It feels like we're integrating more of our light body, and we're gonna see what Lavelle and the crew's thoughts are on all this. There's a lot of people out there talking about it.
Straight up. All right, T Money, let's do it, baby.
Right on, man. All right, so yeah, we'd like to, before the show's over, we'd like to meet everybody. You know, I mean, I guess we can do that whenever you want to. Yeah, let's do it now.
Let's do it now. So, yeah, y'all know me. I'll wait till last. Y'all get the fellas in real quick. Gentlemen, want to introduce yourselves?
What's going on? Mask and Glam.
That's
me.
That dude is the one that does the videos, man. And I tell you what, they're first class. I'd like for him to do some for me. I ain't kidding, man. Okay.
Appreciate
Yeah, brother. I appreciate you, man. Wow. Yeah.
Overseas, A&R, Universal Brothers and Sisters, put all the music together in a sonically healing vibrational way.
A&R.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Can you hear everybody, Todd?
I couldn't hear him very well. I couldn't hear him
Yo,
very.
speak up, speak up.
Corey Marshall, overseas, A&R, Universal Brothers and Sisters.
Poet. And
Sound off, Garrett.
113. Poet.
Yeah. All right.
So
Paddington Bear wearing hats.
Paddington Bear wearing hats. Excitement extraordinaire. Trucy woosy.
Yeah. Who's that? That's Amon.
It's your boy, Amon Ra.
Amon
The medicine man.
Ra. Yeah, the medicine man, the plant doctor.
Number 46. Number 46. I'm the next Universal president. So
Number 46.
He laughing.
I want to be the Secretary of Agriculture. Okay.
on deck already.
There you go, man.
Hello, AAA in the house.
Right on.
I'm your local airbrush artist.
Oh yeah.
UBC Rock.
He rocks.
Okay, that's the airbrush artist, man.
Hey, Mom.
Hi.
Hannah.
How are you?
That's it. What you do, Hannah?
She modeled.
She's like, I'm chilling.
Wait. I think is she the one that dances down the aisle? Well, y'all all dance down the aisle, but that one song. Yeah.
Oh no. That's she's about soak it up.
Yeah, soak it up.
That's
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, man.
I'll
So-
put this back up here.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get everybody in the shot. 1 second.
Yeah.
This time you knock it over.
Yeah, right. Try not to knock it over this time. Get you to slide back a little teeny bit. Yeah, pause. A little something. All right, cool.
Man,
Is everybody in the shot?
yeah, we're good. Yeah, everybody's good. Yeah. Barely, yeah. So, I trying to tell Lavelle this last time Corey was there, and I just want to say this, especially because Amon's here, okay? Because this song you did, I think it's Hang 10, where you have the portrait, and Amon's on the left side of the screen, right? So I'm working on this. Yeah, I was working on this, man. I was like 5-6 days working like 16 hours a day trying to overcome all these obstacles, and I'm sure I was hitting the doty, and it was late at night, and I looked up, man, and I swear because I've had many dimensional experiences, and I was like boom, I was there, and the whole catalyst for the whole thing was Amon Ra's eyes, man. Now every time I see this video, I'm like doing like this, trying to move and stuff, and he's just like looking at me, like, don't go nowhere, bro. He's like, don't go nowhere, bro. But no, it was a very powerful experience. It was like at the point where I was like ready to break down. I was like, man, I ain't doing this, man. Help me, man. And then all of a sudden, everything clicked, and I think I put out like 16 hours straight, without uninterrupted. So, but it was very powerful. It's very meaningful to me. And I'm really honored to have all you guys sit down with us because you're a huge part, influence on so many people. You're a huge influence on what I do and what the energy that I represent does. And I just want to say thank you. Endless gratitude, honor, love, and respect for all of you guys.
Absolutely. That love is reflective. Once again, it's all mutual. We all here to work together as one team as the leaders of the new earth. And we're here setting the example. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It's the magic, man. Everybody's talking, and me too. I mean, believe me, I told you last time, I'm still not awake yet, but everybody's talking about this and that, and I don't want to say that because there is an impact on the physical, the emotional, the mental, and all that. But I keep going back to one thing. When I came out of this 6 years ago, I said, all I got to do is shine my soul, just shine. Everything else comes with it. And that's converting to like magic now, and that's what I see you guys. What you guys are doing is magic, and And that's what I love about it, because even your Let's Build, they're conversations. They're conversations. It's a new frequency, and I think this is a very powerful thing. I'm gonna do everything I can to promote it and expand it. I'm still a little bit, a few weeks away from being able to do some of the things I want to. But so yeah, let me ask you guys. I know, Lavelle, we talked a week ago Sunday, and
Yep.
we asked you to give us a State of the Union. And at the end of it, I said, it sounds like everybody just needs to be alone right now. But man, I had no idea that the next 8 or 9 days were going to be coming so hard and fast. I think it's because, it's just my personal opinion, I think it's because the consciousness is raising and we can handle it. But can you guys just give us a little state of the last, what's going on again?
Which aspect? Yeah, well, Amon is speaking on asking which aspect.
Well, I think overall, what I see is, okay, I'll give you some examples. One, obviously, we through these waves or whatever, we've had physical, discomfort. There's a lot of talk about grounding, water, taking in enough water, taking in the right nutrients, exercise. What I'm seeing that's interesting to me, and I'm noticing that others, I guess, so this would be to his point, the question, to answer the question, is a lot of people acting out on an extreme basis. And what's kind of shocked me, I've been, and I'm kind of, the higher you go, the more your ass shows. So it's not like, the more you do, you're going to get some of that. But I've had some people really close to me coming at me hard, man. And I'm like, wow. I mean, it's so blatant and so one-sided. I'm like going, dude, I know you're high vibrational. What's going on? So I don't know what that is. Do you guys have any idea what that is? Because I don't.
The intensity of the frequencies arriving, they're stirring up the deep-rooted emotional body. Once again, for the most part, when we talk about the elevation of the photonic light frequencies bombarding the planet or the surface from the central galactic sun, what we're dealing with is a raising or an increase in the frequency of the heart space. For the most part, many of us have been adopting the false mental identity. And a lot of times with the false mental identity, what we can do is repress that which we feel. The emotions, the expressions and things that we feel. We've been able to mask and put on this charade, if you will, of a personality.
Yeah.
And the thing is, with these energies, that is becoming less and less possible, because once again, the heart is in charge. The brain is extremely frightened of the heart, because the heart allows the mind to feel that is in charge, because on a conscious level, there is more of an interaction with the conscious mental construct. However, once again, as these energies rise, the radiance and brilliance of the heart space continues to expand, where for the most part, the mind will attempt to say certain things. However, the heart is pulling the strings, and it is being challenged at an alarming rate for many people. So those attempting to be superficial with their reality and their lifestyle are experiencing these energies in a very distorted manner, because they are attempting to operate in that way. However, the electricity, those light experiences, they're expanding and pushing through that which the mind is attempting to filter, where a lot of people are having uh-oh moments and putting their hands over their mouths, because the heart is not allowing the mind to filter what is truly being felt and what is truly necessary to say. So for the most part, a lot of us are dealing with that, and those on the unawakened side of the spectrum are having the hardest time with it, because they are attempting to be politically correct. However, the truth is the truth, and it will come to light.
Right on. Right on. So, go ahead.
Is basically you have no choice but to wake up nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm more
Folks
straightforward.
they don't want want that though.
They
They're
don't
fighting
want
against
to
that.
wake up, but at the same time, the energy is so powerful right now. You have no choice but to accept a reality and the truth. It's going to hurt a lot of people because it's going to take them out of their norm, their normal thoughts, their normal philosophies, their normal society ways that they develop in their mind. But like Zilla said, it's going to come. The heart is going to speak regardless,
Right.
and people will help you bring that out in the nice way or the straightforward way, which might hurt your feelings, but it's all love.
Yeah.
But Tom, a little confused. When you get negative energy of people coming at you, or you were saying that they were giving you positive energy? Negative energy?
I wish it was positive. No. Well, yeah. Let me, before you guys continue, because I don't want to miss 2 points here, because you bring up great points, and I just want to make sure clarification. I try to represent the audience. One of those things is in regard to. Okay, so what I'm seeing is some really high vibrational people, and that's the only way I can describe it. People that have a lot of esteem. And I'm not saying there's a lot of them, and I'm not saying I'm not one of them. I'm just saying that what I'm seeing, it seems to me that they've got like 1 or 2 really deep shadow pieces that's what's coming out. Like it's forcing them to look at it. It's painful to watch, and I think that's part of what you were saying. The other thing that I can identify with, it just happened to me last night. I have my own way of processing things. It's shamanic, for me. And so I had some stuff come at me yesterday. It was a couple of good friends. It was somebody very close to me of the opposite sex. And it was all kind of came to a head, right? So I went on a walk, and I took some of my shamanic stuff with me. And I was set out in the pitch dark by a pond in a beautiful forest with some trees, and I did my thing, right? Danced to some Tupac and some Biggie, and some Cypress Hill. But when I got back, I laid down, and I could actually, and I think you just said it a minute ago, putting the hand over the mouth, I could actually see the dialogue that had been coming out of me for years and years. It was a pattern. That's all it was. It was a pattern. And so I observed it. I thought to myself, okay, well, even if I start down that road, I'm contributing. So it was that hand over the mouth moment, and it was really eye-opening for me. It really was. It was like, you got to be conscious at this point. There are no excuses. I think somebody said it. Was it Corey just said it? Time's up in the universe, man. Time's up. It's time to get rolling. That's kind of what I got out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So there will, once again, what's being expressed, the nature of what's being expressed is not that everyone has to wake up, because once again, it's a free will universe, and there are billions, actually the majority of souls here on the planet Earth are choosing not to do so.
Yeah.
However, open-hearted souls who are more sensitive and they are open enough to listen to their intuition will allow these changes to be made from a conscious level, where this is the spiritual maturity that we speak about, actually making those choices from a conscious level. There will be a bit of emotional pain and the knots in the stomach and the pressure on the throat. However, as we recognize these sensations, these are notions and nudges from that which we gathered. Once again, this spiritual movement that has been somewhat trendy over the last couple of years. People are becoming more and more aware of the nature of what is taking place and the divine nature of themselves. However, once again, it's one thing to recognize these things and read inspirational messages on a daily basis and share them. They're very beautifully expressed and give a sense of gives a person a superficial sense of presence when it comes to spirituality. However, once again, to know something and to do something is absolutely different. to know what is necessary or what's the aligned response in a real situation is totally different than when you're actually in the situation.
Yeah.
So this is where things are coming to a head, and it's necessary for us to gather the strength to make the choices that are aligned with who we are. And this is where we actually implement the beautiful things that we share from, those of the human history or timeline that have shared beautiful expressions that we like to pass around so frequently.
Right. And so I think, too, correct me or add to it. One, don't take anything personal from anybody. Don't take anything personal. You know, the conversation that I want to have with a couple of people close to me is real simple. I just want to say, hey, whatever happened, don't take it. I'm not taking it personal. Don't take it personal. That's the side of us that's being left behind. Let's embrace what we truly are, which is what we've been trying to do. You know, I think that's part of it. And I really am interested to know what you guys' thoughts are on everything that's going down. Everybody knows that they've been predicting or calling for these mass arrests since 2012. They've talked about it, that I remember. Now we're starting to see some stuff happen, you know, and I guess where I'm at with it is like everything else, I'm going to discern everything for myself. Okay. Whatever's going on out there is going on out there. But you know, how deep does this thing go? How important is it? What's happening? Is the earth actually potentially going to literally transform and not just reach a point where we cross over, so to speak, without physically passing, and everything else falling into place at a higher level of perfection, you know, those type of things. What are your thoughts on that?
Y'all have anything to share?
I'd rather not focus on it. We got bigger things to worry about than that. To me.
Who said that? Who was?
Mine.
Yeah, man, that's why I like him. He thinks like me. That's what, you know, really, because it's simple. It's so simple. That's what I got 6 years ago when I got nudged. Keep it simple. But I think Lavelle and I talked about this briefly last week when he answered it, and I said, well, basically, you know, it's a secondary thing. It's not a priority. You know, it's just we're the priority. We grow this thing from the inside out, and that's all there is to it. You know.
Yeah. Exactly, and let me segue on what you just said, the inside out. The inside is the foundation of it all. And as we spoke about, as we're speaking about the emotional changes, the upheavals, or some of the past that we're experiencing with these controversial dramas and situations that we're dealing with inside, it's only reflective of the nature of what's taking place outside. So the intensity in which we're experiencing changes in our own individual reality is but a reflection of what's taking place on a broader scale when it comes to the government and arrest and monies and things of this nature. Once again, these are all reflective in our personal situations, not for the most part on the inside. However, once again, some of these things spill into our individual realities. So the intensity of these situations are reflective in the broader scale. However, you also made another good point, which was that, I wrote earlier in a post this week that once I get over myself, I'm able to get some things accomplished. Yeah. And this is where we are not, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't want to say, well, put it this way. We're not taking ourselves so seriously. We develop a sense of emotional maturity, which allows us the dexterity to move beyond the distortions of being embarrassed and feeling out of place, or fearful or doubtful, or attempting to receive confirmation or validation from based on the decisions that we make. We're allowing ourselves to experience and get dirty. We're allowing ourselves to fail. We're allowing ourselves to speak when we feel it's necessary for us to speak. We just are open to life itself and exist beyond our, if you will, our reputation, or what others may feel, or how we feel about what people think about us. We're allowing ourselves to be and allow ourselves to live and do what it is we feel is necessary at our place in consciousness.
It also keeps you looking young too.
I know, man. Can you tell I'm 55? I feel like I'm 33, man. I don't know. But yeah, because what you're saying is, I made one too this week. It was like, you know, own your shit and you will own the shift. I mean, and but it is true. I mean, as we clean up ourselves, what you're saying is it's simultaneously we're cleaning up the world. We don't have to go in there and boycott and march and all that. All we got to do is clean up our stuff, man. Right?
This is it.
Piece at a time.
This is it. This is
One
the
piece at a
stuff.
time.
Once again, the change is inside. This is the foundation. As we do this, then everything else is aligned. And I'm glad you brought that up because many people are sharing very distorted images and videos and attempting to cause an uproar or a sense of rage and anger within me because they've seen something and feel that it's necessary to make everybody else pissed off in hopes of this uprising of violence.
And I came out pretty hard a few years ago, and I've tempered it, and I've really tempered it. I think there is some value to taking in the knowledge of what's happening because as you broaden that in your own perspective, then you also everything else follows suit. You broaden your own recognition of divinity, your own recognition of why did all this stuff go down? It's a dog chasing its tail, and we get back to this point where we start to go into the next question, actually, and that is what I talked about earlier, what we talked about, the magic. This is where I'm at with it. I mean, I just made a recent move on a personal level. Things didn't go the way I thought they would go, which is fine, because like you said, we're allowing ourselves to, in the old vernacular, make mistakes, but everything's perfect from that space and time that you're in at that moment. And so, like last night when I went on my walk, I was like, you know what? Everything's chill. Everything's chill. I ain't got nothing to worry about. In fact, I'm going to go the other way. Let's start, rubbing two sticks of wood together and make some magic. Let's make some magic, and that's what interests me. That's what excites me and inspires me is seeing people actually step out there. And I think you said it earlier, a lot of people are starting to speak up now. And to me, it seems like, even if, it's kind of like holding a bar of soap. You hold a bar of soap too tight, you lose it. You hold it too loose, you lose it. Obviously we want to hold it just right, but if you're gonna lose the bar of soap, you might want to squeeze it a little tight. This is the time to speak out, like you were saying, because I think there's a huge liberation frequency with that, and it's contagious like all of this other stuff,
Absolutely. This is the nature of the shift that we're experiencing. Oh, 1 second. I'm attempting to charge the phone.
You're good.
And
You're good.
this right picture. Okay, cool. No, we good. I'm gonna sit.
So,
all right.
Last week we broke it up a little bit, which was cool. Had a few laughs but this isn't a funny question. Who's the best freestyler?
I'll let them speak up.
Or we could have it. We could have a demonstration.
Oh, let me get this plugged up real quick.
Go ahead.
Continue. All right, cool. Hold on. All right, so I've been using this phone all day, so I'm losing energy. I'm gonna turn it to the side for a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, cool.
That works just like
All
that.
right, easy. Cool. All right, 1 second. There you go. All right, fresh.
Yeah.
So where we at? Yeah.
I don't know. It's up to y'all. Ball's in your court. I I've only freestyled like 3 or 4 times. I did them all on camera and late at night, with plenty of shamanic material. But I'm not traditional, but I was just kidding with you. I was just kidding with you.
Oh
Y-
yeah, no, bus.
your productions are, not just, I mean, for all aspects of them. And I'm not just saying that because I don't listen to a lot of people. I do my own thing. I study. I love music. I've loved it my whole life. But your productions, I really like the way you guys blend everything. I don't know. I guess you're all doing it. But I mean, it's like everything's in the perfect timing. I mean, it's incredible. I love the beats. I love the videos, and I love the way y'all blend. The way y'all blend everything. So, I mean, how long y'all been together?
Absolutely. Let's see. Maybe I want to say as a group, maybe about a good 10 years, 10 to 11 years. We've
Wow.
kind of been acquaintances for a lot longer than that. Some of us. I know myself and Naz have been, or Richard, been together in groups over the years since 2002.
Yeah.
Before YouTube. Yeah, before YouTube. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been together quite a while, since 2002. I know me and Moon Ra have been together maybe like 2004, 5? Yeah, 2005. Yeah, actually probably 2005. We had the little Sony thing in 6. So yeah, around 2005, me and Les hooked up somewhere around 2012. Me and Angel and the fellas hooked up. Let me see, what's that, like 10?
Yeah, 2000.
No, 7, 8. Yeah, there we go. So 7, 8, and yeah, and then CeeLo Overseas is the latest edition.
2009.
And he's been connected with us since what, like 12, 13, CeeLo?
Yeah, we had that My Awakening moment was 12 when you was in.
Okay, cool. So 2012 has been the latest edition, which was myself and Corey. So it's an expansion of somewhere around a good 15,
Wow.
14 to 15. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, most definitely.
and so now as far as the awakenings go, I mean, was it like, did it start with one of you? What had happened? I know your story, Lavelle. When did that happen? What year was that when that happened to you?
Myself.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, my official activation took place on let me see. Let's see. That was August 8th, 2012. The Lionsgate of August 2012. Before that, for about a good 7 to 8 years, I had already kind of been. Actually, no, I'd seriously been on a path where my studies were heavy,
Yeah.
and in that period, I gathered all the information necessary to basically realize what was necessary for me to do and embody the information, the sense of awareness and confidence that it took me to actually activate. So full activation was August 2012.
Wow. And then all of y'all it all just started happening.
I remember when he got the information, he was just like on the computer. He was just like, oh, he was just like, oh. What's going on, man? What's up?
Well, that's cool, man. And I remember I came off the street about 4.5 years ago, and I got a laptop, and I get a laptop. I had started Soulogy from the streets just with a flip phone, and one of the first people I saw was Lavelle. I didn't know anything about the internet. I knew nothing about it, right? And so he was posting in Soulogy, and he posted like 3 times one day, and I was like, "Hey, dude, can you just post once a day?" and he said, "I love you unconditionally. Talk to you later." But no, he didn't say nothing. But I didn't even realize that until like 2 years after that, right? So I've moved into my own place. I start the studio, and I have a dream, right? Well, a dream. We call it a dream. And I'm in this kitchen, right? I'm in this kitchen, and there's somebody standing in front of me, but there's this guy sitting on the counter, all relaxed, kind of looking at me, grinning. And I look over there. I said, man, that's Lavelle Zimmerman, man. I said, what's up, dude?
Always great. Always great.
He said to me, we've been waiting for you, man. We got you back. We got your back. You know, just trust yourself. I'm like, I do, man. I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Give me some, right? And then about a week later, I laid down to meditate, and he popped in, man, and we just started flying through the cosmos. And I said, man, I remember all this shit. I remember it all now. But so it was a big validation for me. It was huge. And there's 4 or 5 other people like that, but that was a really big one because we never spoke. You know, we never spoke. And then the other night with the thing with all of y'all, that was incredible because I was literally at the point, you know, I guess everyone's been there, and you know, I'm kind of a lone wolf, and I mean, I'm working and working. I keep running these problems, and I'm like, man, you know, this is going down. And then y'all popped up, and Amon Ra's looking at me like, bro, don't you go nowhere. We got you, man. So it was cool, you know. It's been a big part of my evolution, and I know these relationships. I know these relationships around the world that we all have are in themselves like a grid, you know, like a connectivity thing. And you know, so it's something we need to talk about because people do experience it on an individual level. And, you know, the more open we are about it, you know, I think it activates things further, you know. But, yeah, I just want to give you all, again, a big props and personally thank you for waking me up or helping me to continue to wake up because I was pretty stubborn about it. So you guys just came out with a new CD. Is that right? This past weekend. Is that right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That's what we did.
Man, that trap,
right, so,
that Trap Heaven's got like 24 songs on it, man. I'm not like halfway through right now. I'm studying them all. So yeah, I got to ask you a question though. My favorite song, because I think it's one of the first ones I heard. I loved it. I actually made a mix to it with my own voice, which I got on an old computer in New York, and it's A Poet and the MC, right? I love that song.
Yep.
Yeah, I love them all actually, but that song I always liked it because, like, yeah, who's the poet? That's what. Yeah. I dig it. That's a good one, man. I really dig that one. I really do. Yeah, that's a great one. They're all great, man. They're all great, and I'm anxious to get more of them into the lineup. I've got about 9 or 10 of them now. What's the story on the airbrush thing? That your early stuff, and then he mentioned that he's the airbrush guy. What is that?
Yeah, AAA. That's he's our head airbrusher. I let him speak for himself. However, I will express the nature of the story. We initially started off in 2006 with a group called Airbrush Army, myself and another gentleman by the name of Amon Allah from Harlem, New York, or the Bronx, 169th and Shakespeare. And me and him were back and forth frequent to New York and here. And basically what our idea was to be able to gather a collective of people that were able to express themselves creatively and work as a union where we can actually go out and serve the community. Right. And yeah, through a couple of different circumstances, we ended up gathering everybody and all the people that we needed around us to work on this idea through during the time we were heavy into Master Key System and Think and Grow Rich. And basically it was like, hey, if we put our thoughts to this, we can basically attract professionals that we need to do what we do and basically have a vibe. So for the most part, Angel already had his own shop in Florida where he was doing airbrush t-shirts and body painting and face painting and stuff, things of this nature. And he moved to Germany via the military and then was in Hanau operating his own concessionaire. My partner, Amon Allah, met Angel there in Hanau and talked to him about airbrushing, where he began to give Amon tips on airbrushing because Amon was a novice, Angel was a professional. Right on. He came to our circle, and for the most part, Angel and Amon taught all of the artists that were working with us, Amun, RJ, and a couple of other people, Larry Lover, all airbrush artists. So basically, we combined the MCing, the DJing, and the airbrush and the videography together. And what we did was go out to different places to serve the community locally, in the hood, to like dance clubs and stuff like that, nightclubs. And eventually we moved into doing things for children's events, outdoor events, and then to like messes. And as we evolved, we started supporting big corporations like Hyundai and Continental and Fiat bikes, and start traveling throughout Europe doing what we were doing. So basically it was a ground rules born idea of service with the creativity that we had as people, and allowed that to expand. So
Cool.
that's where it all came from.
Wow. That's
I remember meeting AZ and the fellas at a nightclub.
yeah.
And I feel like, things happen for a reason, and, nothing's by chance. I remember walking up and actually, for a long while, looking for others that can airbrush. And I saw AZ, I saw Amon, and I think it was Larry. And I asked them, "You guys airbrush?" And they were like, "Yeah." I was so excited, I started showing them what I could do. And then automatically, it was just like I already knew them. Like I really felt that connection with them. So it was an instant connection.
Right on, man. Right on. And so did you say, too, that you guys, because one of the first books I read 35 years ago was Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Did you say that you were talking about the mastermind thing?
That was Think and Grow Rich was the initial, one of the initial, actually.
Master Keys of Success. Yeah.
Well, the initial one was Earl Nightingale's Stranger's Secret.
Right.
Then we got into Bob Proctor pretty heavy, found Think and Grow Rich, and was following the steps in that book, and then eventually kind of graduated to Charles Hannell's The Master Key System.
Oh, the Master Key System.
Actually, that was just information passed down to him in Western language by the yogis of India.
Yeah.
So basically, it was the Vedic information of the yogis that was passed down to Charles Hannell, who was an immigrant in America from Germany, and he translated their text into the English language, and this is where that book came from. So basically, through our visualizations, the information from those books, we basically used that as tutelage of being able to build up products and services from the community, by the community, back out into the community. So we basically found what we were doing as basically a gateway out of the construct of slavery or enslavement.
Right on.
Absolutely.
And on that note, and this is something for me personally, as well as many people out there that are putting stuff out there. You talk about, I know you guys don't charge for your stuff, right? And you talk about service, and putting this stuff out there. Can you explain to us, okay, I don't want to say how this works, but we've all struggled. I can speak for myself too. We've struggled, we'll say, hey, let me try to sell a t-shirt. Let me try to do this and that. It doesn't resonate. So I just don't do it, and I just say, I'm going to put it out there. What are your thoughts? What's your technique? How does it work? How do we put stuff out there and receive that reciprocal energy in the form of the resources we need?
Most definitely. You serve first. As you serve and share what it is, the gifts that you have with humanity, you're provided with the opportunities to serve for funding. And a lot of times this funding comes from sources of a broader spectrum, where your services are needed on a broader scale, and there's a funder, there's an investor that wishes to invest in you providing your services for a group of people. Sometimes it's a family, sometimes it's a one-person household. Basically, we started airbrushing on the street and just having a good time passing out t-shirts, and the kids would come out and hang with us and smoke weed and chill, and we bang the boombox or whatever, and we go out and hang out in different places, and sometimes people would hear about our work and say, well, hey, my little sister's birthday is this day, can y'all come through and airbrush or just come and hang out with us? Hey, can y'all come and do this? And every time someone saw us doing what we were doing, there were those that saw the bigger picture, they saw the bigger picture and got an idea. A light bulb went off in their head, and they said, hey, I got this thing coming up. We got some funding, got a couple dollars in our pocket. We love y'all to come and just do this at this event. But the thing is, the initiation of what had to happen initially was that we needed to go out there and serve and show what we did. And naturally, those who wanted to patronize the services came to us and asked us for our services.
Wow. Where,
once again, and with the music, we put the music out, we make it, we create it, it's beautiful, people enjoy it, and we pass it out. Now, the thing is with the music scene is, for the most part, most artists recognize that they receive most of their funding from live shows, merchandise, and appearances. You share the music. If you resonate with your vibration and the messages that you have to share, they want to be around you. They want to see you perform. They want to invest in the merch. They want to feel a part of the movement because your voice, the music, the vibration, the frequencies that you're putting out, they resonate with. So for the most part, they want to invest that energy in being around you, and they want to fund what it is that you're doing. The funds that we receive, yes, we receive funds. However, the funds that we receive not only go to providing comfort, however, on the first note is to allow our services to elevate and evolve and refine itself. So when we receive fundings, we invest those funds or reinvest those funds in being able to elevate and refine the nature of our services. So it's a circle. We give and it comes back. And when it comes back, we invest that money into what we have to give. And then we give more. And it comes back and we reinvest that money into what we have to give, the nature of the services. And it's a cycle. It continues. It's just that it's the frequency of being satisfied and not needing the money that allows the money to flow. The times that I did not need the money, we received the most opportunities to receive the most handsomest sums. I mean, we're talking like 4, 5, 6,000 euros for a couple hours of our time doing what we love to do anyway. We weren't interested in the funding. It was the ability to share what it is that we had. And for the most part, most of us were interested in seeing the reactions and embracing the people who appreciated what we did so effortlessly.
And I love recording all that.
And this is what he captures. Once again, we received our funding, our reward. Of course, we received the fundings and we fund, the comforts of our experiences and pay for gas and, cigarettes and getting a beer or whatever the case may be. Yes, this is natural. However, the focus has never been that. It was about the service and being able to provide and, basically receive the emotional rewards of appreciation and recognition. And this is where it all starts. So as we embrace that, the money's gonna come from everywhere. It comes in abundance when we don't need it, when we don't focus on it, when we just serve.
Yeah, I like that. That's actually kind of what's been happening to me. Is I just letting go, letting go and just put it out there. Just keep putting it out there, So
definitely.
That's a great answer. That's very helpful. And I just want to reiterate something he said to anybody, because I see some of my friends out here. Some are artists, musicians. And what he said is that even these people that are on the world stage, they make their money in their personal appearances and merchandise. It's not so much on the records. It's on the concerts and all that stuff, and the appearances. So that's a great point. That's where I'm headed with an amplifier, a microphone, and a computer.
Absolutely. Well, let me share one thing, and I'll try to keep it short or as brief as possible. The reason for or the purpose of doing it in such a way, because yes, we can take donations, yes, we can charge $1 or small sums of money for that which we do. However, the purpose or nature of the paradigm in which we're moving, in my eyes, is this: when we allow ourselves to do what we love to do and create this space of ever expanding influence and notoriety, the famous or celebrity of being celebrated amongst a broad spectrum of people and having the funds that we need to do it, right? When we get to that space, or when we are in this space, we're able to share a story. We're able to share a path with those that are coming for us. So when we say, hey, we're in this place and the funds that are being presented, the funding necessary to create this new earth. There's a reservoir of monies that are being prepared for us to receive in a great abundance, so much that it's beyond belief.
Right
and
on.
The thing is, and when this money is received, and we continue to receive it on a daily basis, but the lump sum that many speak of, when it's received, and a child asks us how we received and did what we did and got to the place of influence that we are, we're able to tell them that it wasn't about the money, it was about just us being able to do what we love to do. Right. And this is where you set an example and create a path of liberation for all souls. And for me, it is important for us to set this example for artists, because most artists feel as if you need to collect money to allow yourself to get out there and create some influence, where this is the voice of dependency. This is the voice of fear, where I feel as if we're here blessed with the gifts. And if we give the gifts unconditionally, we receive the unconditional reservoir of money that has no end.
And I thought I was crazy. But yeah, and that's what I would tell people, I'm like, they're like, get a job. And, and I'm like, I every time I try to go off this path, I get pushed back onto this island in the middle of nowhere. And I'm looking at the universe going, okay, man, okay, all right, I got it. I'm just going to keep going. But I kind of visualize something like that. That's what I visualize. I visualize just going to a bar, you going to a club, going to a coffee shop and saying, let me plug in and let me stream and just get it on, and the rest will come. I feel that. And I've seen glimpses of it. I've seen glimpses of it, and it's a hard thing to pull together. As I've tried to build an ensemble. It's not been very easy. But the thing is, you're right, because the story is part of the vibration. That's part of it. You're knocking down energetic doors that you can't see that are going to make it easier for other people. That's what I see happening. Yeah.
We need to give them this. We need to show them the miracle.
Right on.
We need to show them the miracle. So once again, when my mother tells me, you need to charge for this, you need to copyright your material, you need to protect yourself, you need to send in this, and so on and so forth. This is fear that I'm not okay, and I don't know what I'm doing. However, once again, my heart knows better than that.
Right.
So I'm here to do the unbelievable.
Right on, man. I thought I was the only one. Now there's what, 8, 10 of you? Everybody thinks I'm crazy, man. My kids, my everybody, my I guess ex-girlfriend, everybody. You're crazy. It's crazy. You're just you can't do it. I'm like, well, let me show you, because I've seen glimpses. Yeah, I've seen glimpses of it, I've seen glimpses of it. You were talking about the Bronx, right? 169 in Shakespeare, right?
Yeah.
I'm on I went down to New York last year, and I was on Yslene Linares, Indigo DJ Blu-rays. We done some stuff together. A young girl, young Indigo, and we're coming back from Coney Island. We're on the subway, man, and I've got all that in my head, right? And it's late at night, right? And we're headed towards Harlem, and all of a sudden I see this picture in my head, of this street, this cross section, this cross streets, right? And she grabs me and she says, what the hell's going on, man? I said, I don't know. You feel that? She said, yeah. I said, hang on. So anyway, long story short, I get this vision, and it's like Harlem Avenue, which is not actually a Harlem Avenue, and 126th, I think, right? So the next day, So the next day, down there where Big L's from, right? And so the next day, I'm like, Yslene, I'm picking you up. We're going to Harlem. We're going to go find this place. We're supposed to perform somewhere down there. Anyway, long story short, we walk all the way through Harlem. We get down to 125th or 126th. There's this place on the side, one block over. And just like an Indigo, I'm like, okay, man, I don't know where to go. And she looks at me and she says, you're supposed to go there, right? So I go over there. It's called the Underground, right in the middle of Harlem. I walk in, the guy's setting up, he's setting up. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm setting up a show. He goes, what do you do? I just handed him my phone. I said, listen to this, man. He's like, all right, man, let's do it. You know, I mean, this is the magic. You know, this is the magic. It's that intuitive, magical, spontaneous, creative thing. And that's our real power. And that's what you're talking about. And I feel like I'm beating a dead horse with people. I don't spend a lot of time trying to convince them, because I don't spend a lot of time talking to people because I can't handle the energy, you know. You know, if I had a SWAT team like y'all, it'd be all right. So who's the guy? Who's Cypher? Who's Cypher? Right?
Cypher?
Yeah.
Oh no,
We're the cipher.
Huh?
we all the Cypher.
No, but there's one clip, and I could have swore the guy. Oh, the whole thing is okay. I got you. I thought it was a. I couldn't remember. I can't get it off the top of my head right now. But there's one song, and I mean, there's so many of y'all. I still don't know who everyone is, but I do by the music.
Quite a few of us that are missing today. Well, for the most part, our circle, Universal Brothers and Sisters here physically. We have a collective of somewhere around 23 people.
Wow.
At any given time. It's just that, this has been over a span of, once again, the past 13, 14 years. So some of us have come and gone. Some of us are in different places throughout the states and different places around the world, living and carrying a torch as they do. And once again, the intent behind continuing forth and having our base here in Germany was that eventually, as things come to a head and we establish that platform and foundation for ourselves where we can serve and fund everybody that's taking part in what we're doing, everybody can reassemble like Voltron. And then we're able to go out and serve the public. We'll have more airbrush artists, more MCs, more DJs, more more videographers to work with. We all work with all these different artists for years. And it's been about continuing forth, having our foundation here, and eventually, when it's time, we'll all form up again and go out and serve.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to be based in Germany for a while, though, right? I mean, that's where your central location is, right?
This is where we all met. So
yeah.
This is our head. However, once again, we have different places around the world that are prepared for the services. It's just more so allowing the process to unfold, and as we are guided, we'll follow suit.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just about to put in. I had a little bit of I was in the system for a little bit, nothing major, so I couldn't. But anyway, I'm about to get my passport. So I had some plans with that. I'm not sure how those are going to go, so I might have to go a different direction. But my second choice would be to go to Europe, and I'd love it. Yeah, so I'm probably 2 months away from getting that all finished up, and but yeah, man, that'd be cool. And if you guys got anybody in the States, I'm pretty mobile and transient. I'm in Connecticut right now, about an hour out of New York, and I'm thinking about over the next 2 or 3 months traveling down the East Coast to Florida and over to Denver. And so if you got anybody in the path, I have had a few on my travels. I've had a few times when I've hooked up with people like Melinda Cullum. I see my sister there. She plays the native flute. She sings. We just done some spontaneous, one take things, and other people, blues guitar guy, Aaron Fowler, different people. But so I'd love to do that. If you guys got anybody over here, let me know who it is, or ask Melissa to let me know where they're at, and I'll look them up.
Absolutely, we'll keep you posted. Just let us know when you're ready to move, and if you go on to one of the locations, we'll reach out to our personnel and see if we can get some connections going.
Man, you guys are like an army, man.
Yeah. Our former name's Airbrush Army.
Right on, yeah. Yeah, I know. I downloaded those. I play those sometimes. There's some interesting ones. There's that one too that's real interesting is the one that's the game. What do you call it? I don't play them. I'm too old. But the video game. The video game where y'all are in it. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, okay, yeah. Who's that?
Oh, you talking about
The one that
Mika?
Let me see. I got it right here. It's got like it's a military type thing, I think. But I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, it's cool. A Team. There's A Team. Asiatic Space. Yeah.
Them's video.
Oh, that's his brother.
Yeah, that's my brother. He's in Virginia.
Okay. Okay. He's in Virginia.
Yeah, he's a producer and video editor as well. So he does productions, and he takes songs and puts them to like gameplay.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Like Go 333, Asiatic Space again. Flying with ALF, Asiatic Space, and Universal Brothers, featuring Galax Z. Yeah. So
aspect.
What's that?
Yeah. This expand and focus or allow the influence to gather amongst all aspects of the social networks and people getting into gaming, into skating, into these are unnamed elements of hip hop and culture amongst the youth and the urban community. So we try to give our best shot at representing and sharing the light in these communities.
Yeah, I dig it, man. And this one, Uncharted, is another one. Vitra Campus, Leisure Time episode. I pulled up all your stuff. Everything you had, I just downloaded it, and I'm still going through it in my spare time. So let me ask you about something about your Let's Build, which you do every Thursday. I noticed somebody started doing it out of Houston. Ellen Bush, I think's her name, right? And so we talked about this a little bit. I can talk to Melissa about this, but I'd like to do something with you guys, and so just keep that in the back of your mind. Talk to her, however we could work it out. But I'd like to help you expand that. I'd be a part of that. We've got a lot of people at Soulogy that are that are very aware of you guys now. It took about a month and a half, but if I put up a Let's Build now, I get a lot of hits on it. A lot of people watching it, which, in the internet age, you got to be doing something right if you're keeping their attention for more than 3 or 4 minutes, so big props. It's true, though. It's true. Anyone that's written any, I remember when I first went on the street and I'd write these beautiful things, man, be like 25 lines and stuff. If they got to the end of it, they got it, but most of them wouldn't go that far. So you got to be, you got to think quick about it. But a big props to you guys.
Yeah, most definitely a great honor. Once again, we would love to work with you. Co-creation, the healing takes place inside, and as we heal inside and we come to the table, we're able to co-create with others. This is what is necessary.
That's
so
right.
Once again, this is what we're here for. So whenever speak with Mel, speak with me, and we can work this out. No problem.
Okay, man. So let me just say this too, because I totally resonate with this, what you guys have explained, which is the whole concept behind Soulogy One Studios is to combine as many frequencies as possible, and create an expanding vibration, which is exactly what you're doing. And then you got 2 of these streams come together, and then you get a 3rd and a 4th and a 5th, and this is how we do it, man. This is the magic, So
how we do it.
Yeah.
That's simple.
I want to thank everybody, all you guys, for letting us be part of this today. I'd love to have each and every one of you anytime you want. I'm flexible on my schedule to sit down and have a conversation on Soul Speaks 5D. Any of you, And the only other thing I got to say is to Amon Ra, man, if you're going to be coming to me every night, man, just chill a little bit. Don't be so spooky, man. Don't be so spooky. I can handle it. I've seen all kinds of demons and angels. I've seen everything, but You're like a portrait in a haunted house, man. Everywhere I go, your eyes are looking at me.
The thirst is real.
All right, man. I wish you all the best. Peace, power, protection, big love from Todd and from Soulja One. All right, man. I appreciate you. Worked out fine. My battery's going out. Peace out. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. See y'all later. Thanks a lot, man. Love you, man.